Back again, mostly superheroes live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Indie podcast here on our 7th season. We do one season per year. It's 2026. It's Tuesday, January 27th. I'm your host, Logan Janis, here with a friend that we actually had on just about this time last year. And so much has happened since. So much is on the horizon next. And a very brief intro because I want to get to talking to our friend here, Aaron Perine, How to Watch Free TV and Phase Hero, the podcast. Welcome back to the pod. How are you, man? Like, how are you? How have you been? We did a little catch up before this. I don't want to pretend we haven't been talking for 10 minutes, but we haven't got to do this part. How are you? A simple, plain and simple. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Braving the winter. I try to think back now. I'm like, it really was about a year ago, which is bizarre. The passage of time is crazy. The very gracious introduction. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it over at How to Watch Free TV and over at Face Hero, man.
Of course, yeah. It was about a year ago. It was January 22nd. It was so a year and 5 days ago. You came on. You had wildfires affecting your surroundings. You
Oh
guys like
yeah.
almost had to like cancel an interview, and we had a winter storm here, same as this year. Hopefully no wildfires. Like no wildfires around you right now. Please tell me that's the case.
Nah, no, no, no. Thank God. It was a weird couple weeks there. It was touch or go, man. Yeah, and I just thought about that. Like they were talking about, like it's been a 1 year anniversary since the fires in Altadena and the Palisades, and they're still trying to rebuild. And we really appreciate everybody supporting and trying to help everybody who's affected, get back on their feet. So we are in better times, question mark, in
Right.
2026.
Hey, that's the clip from this episode. We're in better times.
Cool, better times.
Question
I
mark. And also, so you're in LA? Are you in LA?
Yeah, we're in LA.
Okay, and we're still over here in Virginia. You might remember. Just kidding, St.
Yes.
Louis.
Yeah, I was about to say, I said that. I was like, St. Louis, y'all. St. Louis.
But
Remember.
we still say Virginia. That was a big part of my notes. And we talked about Skeleton Crew. That was a year ago, back in
Oh yeah.
25. I mean, they're gonna follow up to that? What's up with anything gonna happen? Skeleton Crew 2?
Skeleton's Crew too. Let's just tag Filoni in. Let's see what he says, now that he's got the keys to the place.
Yes, and I hope you don't mind. I'm kind of gonna do like a rapid fire, mostly superheroes type episode where we hit lots of things.
Hmm.
And we a lot of things happened since the last time we chatted on this pod. And I want to hit kind of like the 2025, what happened really quick, and then really focus on like Wonder Man is dropping today. And
Today.
Daredevil Born Again season 2 news is dropping today. Deadpool 4 news is dropping today. So there's a lot of things there that we can just nerd out about. So before we do that, ran a little bit about what you've been working on. Phase Hero, obviously. How to watch free TV. You want to start Phase Hero. And anything else that I'm not mentioning, you catch me up,
Okay. Yeah. So, Face Hero, of course, we're in. We've a whole year of independent podcasting with me, Brendan Davis, Jenna Anderson, and Jamie Dirac over at FaceHero.com and the Brandon Davis YouTube channel. We cover all the same stuff. Basically, there's a lot of cross reference. Our chat with you guys, Agents of Fandom, the Direct. The heavy spoilers come through there a couple of times. Eric Vossen over at New Rockstar. So that's we cover all the popular movies that you like care about, movies and TV shows. We are figuring out what to do about a Wonder Man episode. If you guys want to know, at Face Hero on Instagram and I think on Twitter as well, and of course Brandon Davis's Twitter account slash Instagram account for all updates on what's going on with the show. Because we are gonna record tomorrow, but I'm sure there'll be a big episode with that. So yeah, Face Hero. That's that. We're just keeping on this year. How to watch free TV. Free Space is my baby, where I cover the best in free streaming TV and movies. So basically Pluto TV, Roku channel, Tubi, Canopy, PBS, wherever you find something that you can watch for free, we cover it. This week, we got an episode dropping in a couple days with my buddy Martellus Bennett, NFL champion Martellus Bennett. He actually has a show out on Disney Junior if you have little ones called Hey AJ. He wrote a series of children's books about his daughter and her imagination, and they optioned it into a full-blown cartoon. It's very sweet. The people who worked on Phineas and Ferb's music provide the music for Hey AJ. So there are some bops in there. If you were tired of Coco Melon, if you're a parent that can hear the sound of my voice that you want out of that, go over to Disney Plus and YouTube where you can watch the first couple episodes for free, actually. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. I'm writing over at the Mary Sue and that hashtag show. Still doing interviews, still gathering, doing content. A lot of stuff around like, free stuff, of course, and covering the Geek Ephemera, because I mean, we're in a packed year for just the stuff we cover. I mean, it was packed last year. I'm sure we'll get into it, but this year it's even crazier.
Yeah, it's almost good for our business, I guess we should
Yep.
say. All these things happening. And then on the personal side, thank you for that. Really great coverage. So many things that you put out and put your work into and put yourself into. On the personal side, how is your wife? How are things with the fam?
Oh man, Ariel's doing great. We're starting at a new clinic here pretty soon. She's a doctor, so servicing our community here in the South Bay, and we're excited to start that. And my parents, my mom, right after I got to talk to you guys, she retired, so she's enjoying the slow life. Has more time to watch me on TV and on the internet and like ask questions and do stuff. So it's been a fun time. It's been like a slight you can start to see like, okay, well, you know what? We're at a different age in our career here. We're still doing stuff, but it's like, you're not 26 anymore. Me and Ariel, like, wow. Like, for example, someone who we follow here, CJ James, she threw a 2016 party at a Y2K themed bar here in Los Angeles on Saturday. And 2016 in my brain, Logan, I don't know about you, feels like it was like 4 seconds ago.
Yes.
But then I heard all the songs and I was like, oh my God, how long has it been since I heard, Black Beatles or Fetty Wap out loud in a crowd of people? It's been a while.
Okay. Thank you for having the references. I was like, I can't. It's hard for me to grab some songs
I
from that
dressed
era.
up like Justin Bieber from the Sorry video, and I was like, 2 people got it.
It's like such a specific time, and like we're at that like weird age where we're like, this wasn't that long. I still have these clothes. Like they're
right,
still
right. Legitimately, I went in my closet and found some stuff from back in grad school at that time, and was like, oh, I still got these shirts. I still got this stuff. Let me just throw this on. Ariel was like, I do not have this luxury. Please help me think of what I'm going to do. And I'm like, just throw a Cavs jersey on. We won the title. That happened in 2016. You're good, So yeah, 2016, that trend, mortifying. The ravages of time, mortifying.
Yeah. I mean, and so you guys are having some fun there locally too, just hanging out, doing your thing when you're not working, just trying to live that good life. Okay, and then this is where we're about that studies show at this point of the episode, we start losing people. So this is where I bring this colorful wheel out, and in the comments, if you just put in a comment right now, Aaron will help me watch, and we'll just you guess the color. I'm gonna spin it once. If you get it right, you're gonna win a prize. Okay. You're in the comments. Go ahead. You're in the comments. We got red, yellow, purple, green, and I would say blue. Red, purple, blue, green, yellow. All right. We got anybody in the chat? We got some people watching. I see them. All right. I see a blue. I see a blue from Angie. All right. How about we got some folks on Instagram? Okay. All right. We got a blue. We got a yellow from Tori. Yellow from Ryan. What's up? R Phoenix. Ryan. I think that's Ryan. All right. Yellow, blue. All right. That's enough. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Yellow. Oh, man. I don't know if I have 2 things. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine if we were hurting, like I don't have even 2 things. Hey, all right. Let me just grab a screenshot of your guys's. Here we go. I'm going to get your handles. This is real. This is DIY Indie Podcast. Go subscribe at mostlysuperheroes.com/support. Aaron, can we get nerdy? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna get
people with the yellow, by the way.
Congrats. This is it. Andy's a wheel. Andy's in the chat.
Yeah, I see him. Thanks, Andy. I'm here to say my shirt.
Andy's going. I should know where he's flying. He's flying somewhere. Milwaukee, I think, Andy. He's also at the airport. You were telling me earlier a story about Brandon at the airport. Andy's at the airport. He loves Wheel of Fortune. All right, I'm gonna talk at you real quick and our fans, guys. All right, 2025 was a fun year. The last time you were on the pod, a lot of things happened in between. Just touching on them briefly. Ironheart came out, and you had that cool interview with Dominic Thorne. Well, before that, we didn't get to ever talk to you about Ironheart. I loved it, dude. I like that's gonna be one that I go back and rewatch. Riri Williams. It was so fun. Hot take on the series after all this time. It's been out for several months now. We're looking back at the show. How are you sitting with it?
I mean, so that was really interesting. It was an interesting time because a lot of people really thought that, like, oh, that's not going to do anything. People aren't going to respond or whatever. And I found that the community online was very vibrant. That reveal near the tail end. I mean, the show's a year ago now, so I could probably just say what happened. But like, like Mephisto finally, like I was working and helping at New Rock Stars near when that happened. And to be near Voss when it finally happened was wild, was hysterical. I could not believe I was like, finally. And it after all this time, I'm like, man, if this had happened in like 2022, the entire internet would be up in arms over this the entire way. But excited that people enjoyed it. I know that there's like some talk of like a Strange Academy series or whatever. We'll see if that happens. People really want that. I think that's one of the things we're really got to figure out when we move on to whatever's after Doomsday and Secret Wars. Like, which ones of these things that we did are we going to revisit? What's actually going to happen after all of this is over? So,
right. And let's really think through what logos we put up on the big screen before we do it.
Woo, man, that might make some of the history books. It was just like, what happened with you guys and these logos? Like, what were you guys doing?
Just a logo. This is before like generative AI was like running off, but now you kind of think like, show me all the Marvel movies you could make.
Like, yeah. I just don't understand exactly how. Thank God that happened back then and not now. Can you imagine how hard it would be to discern what was real and what was fake getting announced if it happened like today instead of like in 2021 or 2022?
Yeah.
I think we'll be in a better spot. I also think there'll probably be less, which is sad for us as people who buy content about this. But I'm hopeful because the numbers were good enough that I'm like, this should probably get some more something at some point, like the Strange Academy thing. Like Wong they're always there.
Who all, like, rattle them off? Who all would be in that?
So I imagine that it would be a way to get all the children, the disparate children that we've amassed over Phase 4 and Phase 5 into one room.
Like America Chavez.
Yeah, America Chavez. What's
Miss Marvel?
Miss Marvel. Regina, what's her name? Reagan Ayala, who plays the witch that helps Riri. The people really wanted to see her and the other witches learn from like Wong.
Right.
I'm sure there's others I'm forgetting.
Wiccan.
Wiccan, yeah. I was saying Billy being like,
Billy.
Yeah, like, what is he supposed to do? Like,
Billy's out. Hey, Billy's out there looking for Tommy. We didn't forget.
I mean, we might see Billy this year. Who knows? We'll see.
And his ghost sidekick.
Yeah, and his ghost side. Man, what a huge swing. I still respect that so much because it was like when it happened. I think that was our first episode of Face Hero. This is deep freeze stuff here. But like me and Jenna were literally looking at each other like, when are we gonna see? Like, I cannot believe they did this, but also how does this play alongside these other very realistic portrayals of stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. All right, yeah. Like complete, like high fantasy.
Yeah, like legit. Like I'm
Agatha all along for those that didn't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this is a deep freeze stuff now. Stuff happens so fast that like that's 2 years ago now almost. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, it's flying by. Okay, and then Superman, Fantastic Four, and then Captain America: Brave New World. All those came out. You're a big Sam Wilson. That movie came out. Red Hulk was spoiled for all of us. Full spoilers in the MCU today, my friends. And I guess hot take on the Sam Wilson situation.
I mean, so it's hard to talk about Brave New World now without talking about Doomsday.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. Everything. Okay. All right. Hold on. 2020. That was 2025. Let's see if there's anything else from that year that we. Oh, yeah. You had also shouted out the Queen of My Dreams as a flick that you really like.
Oh yeah. Actually, hilariously, the director of that movie is directing a movie on Tubi that comes out like right around Valentine's Day, and I'm like trying to get into the press for that just so I can ask her and be like, I loved your previous film. I hope that this one is just as good. What's the name of this movie? It's like Kissing is the Hardest Part or something. I loved Queen of My Dreams. I don't know if Andy or Scotty ended up watching it afterwards. I have no idea, but high watermark for me for the last 2 years. I really enjoyed that film.
Okay, and let's see. We talked about The Substance last time. That was fun. So I thought the connection to that in present day is a show called Beauty that everyone needs to watch.
Oh, is that Ryan Murphy thing?
Ashton Kutcher's in it.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
So you got that's. I mean, if you like The Substance, watch Beauty. There you go. That's what I'll say.
On FX, right?
It's on FX. Yep. So it's running. I think we're watching on our Hulu. You can get it on Disney Plus.
Okay.
And then man, we always trying to you're in the game of where to watch the stuff. So thank you for your services. Honestly, that is you're kudos on how to watch free TV. That is a solution that we all need in our lives. We're always looking up how to watch this stuff. Okay, and then let's talk about 2026 now. And I want to end on Doomsday. That's okay with you.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Star Wars is coming out. We talked about Skeleton Crew last time you were on. We talked about that. Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's hear it. What do you got?
I mean, so I feel like I'm one of the more hopefuls about that because everybody's like, whatever. I'm waiting for Starfighter because it feels more new. But as far as I don't think people remember because it's been so long how excited people were for Mando and Mando 1, season 1 and season 2. It was this whole thing. If you are blessed enough to be near Disneyland like I am, and you go into Galaxy's Edge, people love Grogu. People love Mando so much that I'm like, well, the internet reaction might not match the populace, but once there are commercials on TV that say Star Wars and it's Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin, people are gonna be in on that. I think for real. It's one of the sleeper things I think this summer because people are like, well, if this bombs, what's gonna happen? And I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
it's impossible. It's impossible. It's gonna be it's gonna break some records.
Yeah, how long has it been since Star Wars movie? Has it been since Rise of Skywalker?
Oh my, is that the last one?
19? That's a long time. That people are probably gonna be pretty excited. And if it's good, even better.
And Favreau, come on.
I mean, he's got his hands full. He better hope that it goes well because
he's busy.
He's now in charge. That happened since last time I talked to you. He's in charge of Lucasfilm, half of it anyway now.
Oh, I knew Dave Filoni was, right? And then John too?
He's on the creative council, I think, for the brand now for Lucasfilm.
Oh, geez. So you're not kidding. Hands are full. Okay.
Got stuff going on.
All right. That's Star Wars. The Boys, Invincible. The Boys and Gen V.
So this is rough.
The final season of The Boys is season 5. It's coming out here, and this is it. I'm a huge fan. So you go ahead.
Okay, I was about to say that, Invincible, and Daredevil Born Again are all airing at the same time.
Yeah, it's all March, right?
Yeah, it's all in March.
Helping everybody out here. This is gritty, adult superhero stuff.
It really is.
It's like March is the throwdown of you want gritty and bloody. It's March Madness.
Exactly. March Madness has never looked quite so intense in the history of our entertainment environment. I am trying to figure out right now how we're gonna handle that at the show because
just how you're gonna cover each. Yeah,
you can't are we just gonna have reaction Thursdays to everything at the same time? Or is that what we're gonna do? Or are we gonna split it off? How do you go? I'm you guys did us no favors, and 2 of those are Prime. Amazon did us no favors. Yo, come on, man. You couldn't have moved Invincible to afterwards, or you're
gonna stack it up like this. I mean, and I'm gonna binge them. Don't you worry about that. It's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great week. And then on the Daredevil Born Again season 2 coming out. Last time we talked to you, we learned that Charlie Cox texted you spoilers. Has he texted you any more spoilers for this season?
Hey,
don't tell us.
He doesn't have to text anybody spoilers anymore. We have the footage.
I don't know. You're looking at a professional, but people do not come to Mostly Superheroes for spoilers. And I am not watching trailers. I haven't seen any of those Doomsday teasers. And I'm just going into these things cold. If I'm already a Marvel fan, I'm tired of being ruined on my experiences with these. And you got to go walk into the theater nowadays and like close your eyes because like the Red Hulk's on the ceiling in a cutout. Like
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's Batman is on the poster on the Flash. You got to like really keep your head in the sand. And I'm not trying to get spoilers. I don't look at set photos and I don't perpetuate sharing when they come out. Like it's part of my philosophy on like all the whole medium, to be honest. I know it's controversial, and the guys were just yelling at me in the chat again today about this. Like I get bullied about like this. Like they're like, "You're watching it, you've seen them." I'm like, first of all, I haven't, and they're like, "Well, they're not even trailers; they're just teasers." I was like, I don't care what they're called. I'm not watching them.
You live a life of like freedom that I want for myself because I do a pretty good job. Me and Jamie do a pretty decent job avoiding a lot of the promotional material, but Brandon and Jenna just swim through it. Like they just know. They just know. They've
I
seen
know.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're like on the social media and not like muting stuff. And I'm like, how do you go about this? Because like half of Daredevil Born Again season 2 was filmed outside, so everybody knows X, Y, and Z is going down. And I'm like, this would mess with me watching it. I want to see it how it's supposed to be shot, how it's supposed to be rendered, and at the pace they intended me to see it instead.
Yep.
I know a couple of things just because covering stuff for these sites, you have to like pay
Yeah.
attention.
And I've seen casting and like I've seen like outfits and stuff, and I'm like, shit.
Like the poster for the teaser trailer to release date is a spoiler. It is
Right.
a thing that you don't want to see.
I say that. I'm like, they were like, do you think the Superman teaser when he like they show him fly by like is a spoiler? I was like, yeah, I don't want to like see the suit. Like, I don't want to, I want to go to the theater and be like, what am I about to like open up here? Like,
Yeah,
I know trailers gave a lot even back in the 80s and everything. Like they did, they gave, but like even then it was like you'd see it once on TV, maybe one time, and then you're like, wow, that new Star Wars is out. Let's go see it.
I'm tripping off. You haven't seen any of the Doomsday like
Yeah,
teasers.
I've been
Like,
told I'm not missing much, and that the Russo brothers have said they're not the actual teasers, and that they're like clips from other parts of things. But like, yeah, I see. Like, I feel the same way. I'm like, this is promoting that movie, and I mean, we can't like, dude, we're just dancing around this Doomsday. Like, it's just coming. It's coming. We've seen the casting seats. We've seen these teasers. Like, I can't pretend I haven't seen like stills and stuff. I know that the Fox characters are in there, and like they got our Robert Downey Jr. is Doom. That was the Comic-Con reveal. Like it's something but how will this story start? How will it end? And I guess like think with you guys, it might be tough, right? Because you can really know, like, maybe like how this is gonna go.
I mean, I feel like Sky's got an unfair advantage too, because it feels like the Russos are a little bit more like book focused, maybe than some of the other creators. I don't want to say that completely, but as far as like slavishly following the source material and trying to ape big, huge moments from the comics, the Russos are just doing that. They are about that. If they see something cool on a page, they're gonna put that on a screen. I am curious because that tease, both teases actually, from Fantastic Four and from Thunderbolts, are completely different tonal slash scale wise things that I'm like, how do these two fit together? Like what?
Right.
Like what exactly is happening here? But the teasers are exciting if you're a long-time MCU fan. It the stuff that happens in a couple of them, I'm sure you would be really excited about if you had
Okay.
seen them.
I've talked about doing it and doing like a reaction video since I'm like
Mhm.
I'm prepared for that, and then I'm like, but I mean, not just for the glory, obviously. Like I want to experience it if it's going to make me excited. Like if they're gonna truly get me excited, and then but I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna watch anything after these. Like I can't watch any more
Oh
trailers
yeah.
because like this they just show you everything, a month out from the movie. You guys have always called that even, and I know Jamie is the same way. We're having her on next week. Hey, Jamie, don't cancel. She's coming next week. Don't you better come hang out with us. She doesn't like these either, right?
Yeah. Oh man, the time before Deadpool Wolverine came out, when she called it almost to the day when they revealed that X-23 was in the movie, she was Like, it was hilarious in our group chat. I was like, man, what are the lottery numbers, Jay? Like, what you got? Because I mean, within 24 hours of exactly is hysterical.
Might as well hit like Deadpool 4 news, like broke, like not really news, just that they're working on it. That's all I read from Screen Rant today. Like it's of course they're working on it. It's a major priority. Here's the ultimate question for me: is Deadpool a part of Doomsday?
See, I've been
things
laughing about this, but not really knowing anything. I just like, yo, if you follow the money, right? If you think about the money,
it's the money. Like it went well, right? Deadpool,
it went really well.
It went really well. You can't ignore it. Like, why is Thor crying, right? Why is Thor crying?
Exactly.
And this could be huge. Like, I really believe that. And then, like, yeah, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, like the Avengers, like Robert Downey Jr., like as the previous Iron Man. Like the Russo brothers have so much to do.
I hear it's gonna be a long one too. I hear it's gonna be a long movie.
Yeah, over 3 hours.
Really long movie. And I was like, yeah, that's about right. You got so much ground to cover. How could it not be? You know, I do think also that when you're dealing with Ryan Reynolds, he's a little playful with the media. He's a little playful with interviews and stuff. But when you hear the behind the scenes stuff after Deadpool Wolverine came out about how they tried to get Robert to come back and like do like a cameo bit with him and Reynolds in the same room, and then they said no. And then Favreau said he was surprised when they walked Downey out on that stage at Comic-Con. I'm like, do we believe that Jon Favreau can't just text Robert Downey Jr. and ask, like, hey, why are you not coming over here to do this? And that this man's lying to one of his closer friends, at least work friends? I am dubious. I don't know if Reynolds knew anything about any of this or not, but it would seem that maybe he probably knows a little bit more. And poor Hugh Jackman, who actually has projects coming out, is getting asked about it in the media constantly too. You know, what was the movie where he's like a singer that just came out?
I was gonna say, yeah, I would say he's got so much money. Like, he's just gonna be all these singers now.
It's all my man wants to do. They keep putting the claws on him and have him do these stunts and drinking protein shakes. He just wants to get out there and dance.
They're gonna bring him back, I feel like. And also, if there was one takeaway from your great rant, I want it to be: don't lie to your work friends. All right.
Don't lie to your work friends. Big facts. Because I like when people say like, oh, I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what, like, I don't know. I haven't talked to so and so. And I'm just like, for the next, not even 12 months, probably 18 months, don't believe any of these people. You can't. You like Andrew Garfield shattered that forever, like a couple years ago. Like you can't be like, oh yes, he's not moving.
That's the other thing too. The Spider guys, like, are we going to see? It's like this movie. I like anything's on the table. Is it going to be like a master reset? And then here's like the big question I wanted to ask you. Avengers Endgame is re-releasing.
Oh yeah.
So, and I've heard there's a new end credit scene at the end of the movie. Is that true?
Yo, okay. So the funny thing is that Brandon really realistically said this at the end of the episode of Phase Hero and was like, wouldn't it be interesting if like this happened? And then both of our like wrestling brains went like nuts in the chat. Like, yes, this is so freaking cool. And then a bunch of aggregation accounts quoted it like BD had actually said that with inside knowledge. And he had to come out and be like, I did not say this. Like, we were speculating on the podcast. If it happens, great, but I don't know anything. Please stop saying that I like said anything. I haven't even done. I don't even know.
Right, you don't know.
Like, I like reposted it on Threads like a message. Like, we were just talking. We were being funny, and like people ran with it. And then he figured out that there's like a weird green background on Endgame and Disney Plus if you try to boot it up and watch it after the first teaser.
The poster on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's just not the speculation not gonna subside. I think that it's gonna have some sort of weird in credit scene or something going on. I believe so.
I think marketing wise at this point you might as well.
Everybody is going to go see that.
If you weren't,
right now people listening to this are going to be like, yes, I'm going to go see it to figure out figures. I don't
know if they listen. I don't know if they listen to the public podcast, but they might have us on like a wire or something. Like, you know, they might like the Marvel Wire.
Oh man, listen.
Our next podcast, maybe.
They listen more than I think a lot of us would think. I
Right.
think
It's
that
like,
there
did you
is a
catch?
lot of
And the
feedback
words
from.
are just out there too. The transcripts and the data, it's just out there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when I saw that aggregated, it had like 2,000 people liking and like a couple hundred people like talking about it under the post. And I was like, B, you said this on the podcast as a lark. Where you're like, you can hear me and Jenna like laughing and cross talking in the background like, as we're discussing it. It's not based on any insider knowledge. It's just like, well, it would make sense because that like some people might not want to go see it because you can just watch it on Disney Plus. And the easiest way to do that was the way that Spider-Man No Way Home did it, which is like, here's some extra footage, here's some
Yeah.
extra stuff that wasn't in it the first time. Come on back. And people will, like, for sure. And I mean, you're not going to watch it, but I'm sure the Super Bowl trailer.
Yeah, I didn't plan on watching that, but what do you? All right, go ahead and talk about it though. Like,
I just,
you can talk
I,
about it.
I,
It's fine.
I
I know. Like
believe
the
that.
thing is, like, I'm not really scared to talk about the movie, and theorizing about what'll happen is one
Oh, of course.
of my favorite things to do. But if I'm talking to someone that might have all the answers, it's like, what part is
I listen.
what the part is make believe?
The Russos didn't invite me up there to Agbo
Okay.
to watch those trailers ahead of time, man.
Okay.
So I don't know anything, but I would think that as far as the marketing cycles for these movies usually go, if they are putting things into teaser trailers, they are lower scale surprises than the official trailers end up being. And then, like you said, that one that comes out a month from the release is the one where they really drop one big reveal to try and get everybody in the seats possible.
Yeah.
So if the things that were in the teaser trailers, especially the third one, the fourth one, and the first one were in there, we might be in for some fun. We might be in for some real
So
what
I
the
should
heck was
watch them.
that?
Should I watch them? I should be watching.
I'm not gonna listen, Andy, Scotty. I will leave it to y'all. Make him do it if you guys want to make him do it. I'm not gonna twist anybody's arm because Ariel had not seen any of it either. And then her friend texted her the third one. They DM'd her the third one on Instagram. And she was like, "Oh my god, it was really, really good. It was like amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, like all of them have been pretty darn good." Like
when it comes to trailers for Andy and Scott, it might as well be blue meth. And I say blue meth because this is a TV and film podcast, so I feel like it's PR safe.
Right, like it's Breaking Bad, Heisenberg.
It's Breaking Bad's hype. It's fake meth. It's not even real. Like my guys don't do meth. That'd be ridiculous.
They people can't, and that's the thing we've learned. People cannot control themselves. Like while people were saying, like I wish they all released at the same time and the AI deep fakes and all other fun stuff. People were still trying to find these things, and I was like, man, it's working. I don't need this, but there is a segment of the fan base that is pumped up to engage with this movie any way they can.
Okay.
So
I like that.
yeah,
And trust me, man, I go back to the days of, watching Smallville and Lost, and I'd be on whatever forums existed at that time and would be looking up spoilers, trying to get like, is Clark going to break up with Lana or not? Like, just tell me.
Trying to figure out any small crumbs.
But now I'm different. I'm like this old man. I'm like, just show me the movie.
I just want to see the movie.
I want to see the film.
And there is a measure of that. I will watch the Super Bowl trailer, but as it goes, there's such a culture of people trying to get ahead of these films,
right?
On
I
social
know.
media that I'm just I'm cool on that.
Then you got like Ryan Reynolds potentially like leaking that stuff himself about in the Deadpool days, and it's like then it becomes like, well, that's like the way now. And I think would you agree that the industry needs to like meet in the middle and have a little bit of like, you just come see the movie, build some mystery, a little less reveal, like maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was at an industry thing before Deadpool Wolverine, and like 2 or 3 of us were like, do you really think that Wesley's in this? And no one had heard that or anything. And I was like, you know what? On the off chance this is true, I'm not going to say anything to anybody about this being true. Like, I'm not going to say anything about anybody because it does me no good. It doesn't help them. It just ruins the surprise for someone who'd really enjoy. Like Jamie loves the Fox X-Men stuff.
Yeah,
Like she
me too.
loves.
I rewatch it regularly, and like
Oh,
when they came in, I mean, I was pumped for everybody except for Channing. I didn't have any feelings really about that. I wasn't upset about it or anything. I had no hate in my heart. I just thought,
well,
okay,
that's a choice. Like, all right, sure.
and him.
Yeah, because like he came in and like James like, okay, cool. Wesley came to that door and she was like, no effing way, and hit me in
Same.
the shoulder. And I was like, and she's like, wait a second, you knew because you didn't react. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And
You
she's
knew.
like, that's crazy. Like, what? You didn't say anything in any of your show. I'm like, no, like, what good does it do? To let the fans experience it the way they're supposed to. Like, it does me no good to be like, I know this, and I'm gonna go ahead and ruin this for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I knew about the Marvel's post credit too
Oh,
beforehand,
heck yeah.
just because, like, and the same thing happened. Me and another person who both ferreted it out at the same time, looked at each other and went, "You really think this is gonna happen?" Sure. And then when he came out of like his actual screening and met up with me afterwards, he's like, "You were freaking right. That's great." And I'm like, there was no point in ruining this. Also, you look crazy if it doesn't happen. You
Right.
look insane to folks. They'll be like, "This person said that person was going to be in this thing, and they weren't in it." And
Do you
there
still
are
get to
people
enjoy
on
it?
Reddit who are keeping track.
Do you still get to enjoy it? If like,
Oh, I mean, I've said to people before, going to see Spider-Man No Way Home with my wife who doesn't pay attention. She's not like in the weeds about this stuff the way we are. And Charlie Cox sits down at that table and she's like, no way. What in the world? And I was like, yeah. And
yeah,
then like, it had been like rumored. We kind of knew like, okay,
not
Andrew
me.
and Toby are probably in this movie, but I don't know how, I don't know how long, whatever.
Yeah,
And then how it happens, her and the rest of the theater just going up for it the way it did. I was like, oh, this is great. I'm like, this is what it's supposed to be,
that is. That's it. Like the oh my god moment.
Like, and it's gonna be that during in-game in theaters too, because I've seen, and Jenna pointed this out too. I had to give Jenna Anderson go read some comics some credit because she was like, there are whole kids who never got to do this. They were like preteens or elementary school kids that weren't in MCU like MCU fandoms in 2019, and then they went through global situation, and then everything else through like last 5 years, and they're like, I wish they watched the videos of all of us freaking out in the theaters, and I want to be a part of that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, there's probably more of them kids out there that we all know. Like,
And it's not
I'm
just kids,
sure.
dude. I have no kids, and I'm turning 37 this year, and I'll be at Doomsday at a screen. We have a screening social for every movie we mention on this podcast,
Mhm.
and I will be strapped to my seat. If they have a seatbelt on, I'll put it on. I will have 2 buckets of popcorn, and I will have peed just before the movie, so there's no chance that I get up during this movie, and I'm gonna live through it, man, like a fan, and and I know it's like tough in this world of working in it and living it, but like if I lose that, then like I've lost like the thing that got me into, when I saw Iron Man 2008 and it converted me from like a Superman boy to a Marvel boy. Like, I mean, that
Yeah.
it was because of the seeing that in theaters. Okay,
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanna go to like Marvel, and then maybe like a little DC, and we'll just kind of
Yeah,
do a
sure.
wrap if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so we'll end at Wonder Man. So the Punisher, that's gonna be like a special coming out this year. Is that right? A series?
Ooh, I think it's a special presentation.
Marvel special presentation.
I think that's what it's going to be, and I
Okay.
don't exactly know what when that's supposed to happen.
Right.
I have no firm like that when that's supposed to go down, but I know that that's probably supposed to come out this year. It slips under the radar because I think actually right before Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, Disney usually has a Disney Plus feature like reel that they show with a bunch of different properties, and I'm sure that'll be in there.
Yeah.
Bernthal, very excited about that. Has like a co-producing credit on it. Like he's super proud of it. I'm excited. That if you're a fan, like we're just joking around about, if you're a fan of like the more like serious, like gritty heroes, you're eating in 2026, like in the big 26, you are doing amazing because
They need to drop it in March.
that I see.
I'm just kidding.
I would think about that too. I would consider that.
Yeah, but you're
I
still
would
like
consider
it's
it's either
almost like
that or
midnight.
Halloween.
It's
One
like
of the two.
right,
Huh?
yeah, because you got like Midnight Suns, you got like a little bit of, the Defenders, coming back together, the street folks.
Yeah. I just want to see it's been so long since we got a special presentation. It's been like almost a year.
I love those. I love
Since
those and
Echo.
holiday specials like a big old nerd.
The holiday special thing is something I wish that they would do this year too. I thought for sure we'd get a horror themed one last year, and then we got Marvel Zombies, which was better than I expected it to be, which is nice.
Marvel
But
Zombies came out. That was awesome. That was epic.
yeah, oh yeah. I
That was
mean,
grandiose.
shocking.
That's
Shockingly good.
that exactly shockingly good. And my kind of Marvel with that fight scene. That's like my kind of like when it gets wild. I'm like, sign me up.
My wife is a much bigger like zombie horror fan than I am, and she was hooked. That episode is it episode 1 where Icarus and Captain Marvel like throwing down, or is it
Yes.
episode 2?
It was Icarus is in the first one.
And she was like, from that moment on, she's like, I am activated. I am here. Like, yo, what? And she's like, this is great. And I was like, yeah, I am very shocked. I'm not that person. That's not usually my bag, but I think also it just goes to show, unfortunately, that one of these titles probably should have been like an Avengers movie somewhere before we got to now, just because it was so fun having all the characters like together. But I mean, you can't go back in the past, so we'll get all of them together in Doomsday and be excited about that. But there was definite like energy when it released. People were like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, man, what?" Like a Blade that's Moon Knight and freaking Yelena and Shang-Chi and like just all this stuff. Kamala being like the main like force behind. I was like, yo, this is what I'm like, where was this? And you got all this voice talent together. Where was this?
Right. And yeah, like what's her name? Scarlet Witch.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth Olsen just being there. Like,
she said she didn't remember she's like, I don't remember shooting that or something in an interview.
Which is funny because she technically did it. And I'm like, oh my god. And like I'm like, it's gonna be a war for the next 18 months.
It's also like Marvel zombies are definitely not like other zombies. It's kind of like you just kind of become like a slower version of yourself, but you kind of generally can do things.
Everything.
Like I mean,
right.
Wanda was like just completely normal.
My favorite thing from that was the Namor, like basically killer shark from every horror movie you've ever seen.
Those kills.
Tremendous.
The split.
As the guys were like sitting there in the shallow water, I'm like, man, somebody has not seen any shark movie from the last 45 years. You need to get out of that water. You need to get to high ground. Like, it's not going to go well for you, friend. It was crazy. I just go ahead.
Vision Quest.
Oh,
and just so you know, I'm not like prying you for info, but I guess it kind of feels like I am. I'm like, tell me about Vision Quest.
And the funny thing, like me and Jamie, because we didn't go to New York, we missed out. Right? Brandon hosts the Marvel television panel, and they all get to see the Wonder Man footage that exists. And him, Jenna, and the people in that room all got to see parts of it. There's some stuff with like the Jarvis and the other robots or like the other AIs that Tony Stark has had that sounds like it's really cool. They haven't gone into any specifics about what like exactly happens in that footage, but it sounded impressive. And Brad Winterbaum, Marvel TV head, he seemed really proud of. Like you can tell when Brad feels really strongly about a project, like he feels really good about it. Because like people were saying, like, I don't know about Agatha. And then you talk to Brad, and Brad's like, no, it's good. Like, it's really good. I think people are really going to be shocked. And I'm like, okay, let's see. And then it came out, and I was like, you just don't listen. He's the guy back there. He's the cook in the kitchen. He knows what's going on back there, not me. And he seemed really. He said about Wonder Man too. He's like, oh, it's good. Like people who don't like superhero things are gonna like this. So I'm like, okay. They're proud of it. And I mean, if you've ever seen Picard, I don't know if you do the Star Trek.
Not personally, no, not really. But
okay,
maybe Scott a little bit.
The showrunner, he's good. He's good.
Okay.
Showrunner. strong background in genre fiction. Like Picard is pretty darn good for like the modern Trek things that are not Strange New Worlds, which is delightful. That's probably the best of all of it. But yeah, he's proud of it too. Like, and I'm like, this happens every, like, I joke, like, I am a Browns fan, football fandom. So like back when we had Baker, there was a handy chart, not unlike your wheel, where he would perform certain parts of his role on the team in a sequence, and you could just set your watch to it. And it's like, it works just like that with the Marvel TV shows. Everybody's like, this is going to be garbage. Who asked for this? To that looks interesting. So when it comes out, it's like, oh my God, it was really good. And then 6 months later, people are like, I don't know if it was really that amazing. And then we start the cycle over again. But we right now with Wonder Man, we were here, now we're here, and we'll be right here tomorrow. And with freaking Vision Quest, I feel like we're right here. We're like in between 1 and 2. When that trailer comes out, when that Disney Plus footage comes out, people are gonna be like, oh man, that's right. I love freaking having what's his name? God, just Paul Bettany and all these really talented actors in this thing together. Like, I really miss this thing. And then also they keep saying that it's like the conclusion to the WandaVision trilogy, which makes me go, what do you mean by that?
All right, so Agatha's back. Tommy's here too.
Right, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, huh? Like, what's going on here? Because as soon as, like, I mean, I don't know if you've read Tom King's Vision series, there's some stuff in there that people were like, well, that's interesting. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I think people should be excited. If you've stuck with Scarlet Witch Island this whole time, there's a lot to be excited about, I think, for sure.
And X-Men 97.
X-Men. Oh man, so
season 2.
I love
I'm a major fan. I can't wait. Brad was on that. Brad's on that too, right? Brad Wonderbaum.
Yeah, Brad's in charge. Brad's leading the. He's the head of that as well, but he's not the director. I follow the director, and he's a delight. And they've been working on that for like almost 2 years now. Like,
yeah, like season 3 is like put down, right? Like they have that.
They're hard at work on that, trying to, like, this is the benefit. As much as I have a problem with, like, I'm like, man, when am I gonna see certain things again? There are certain corners of this that are going to run like the trains. They're going to be on time. They are pulling into the station every year around the same time, and you can set your watch to it.
I'm calling it summer with the Summers.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's gonna, like. That's what we're gonna get every year now, which is, oh yeah, X-Men 97.
Peak.
It was so good. Like I said that before, as fun as the Daredevil, the Deadpool premiere was, or like the critic screening and the critic screening for Thunderbolts was. The X-Men 97 screening in the El Capitan Theater here in Hollywood, where like Disney has a lot of premieres, was electric. Like, I mean, multiple people like gasping because of how good it was, because none of us knew, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had seen maybe an episode of it because they had sent out screeners or whatever, but seeing it in a big group, like, everybody was pumped, and that actually made me go, you probably could make a movie out of this and you would make $500-600 million off of an animated X-Men 97 movie.
Oh yeah, run it.
Everybody be there.
We're all about that, and we're trying to get more stuff in movie theaters even around here. And like they ran, obviously we had the Stranger Things, finale in the theater, and that big experiment.
I saw you guys got to do that. I was really excited. I was like, oh man. Like,
I mean, it was like right time, right place. You had to pay attention. Like it was very limited on that seating. I don't know how it was in LA. I'm sure you guys had a lot more than us, but St. Louis had a few.
The Alamo here did do an event, and they're great to actually work with, because they're down to do more experimental things like that. You know what I mean? It's harder to convince, like, what's called a AMC or Cinemark or whatever to do that. But they sold the Alamo Draft House downtown LA out for 2 days of that, which nice. I was like, wow, like that's impressive, man. For something you can literally just boot on your TV, and you have to leave the house and you're not buying a beer and a sandwich. Although I love eating at Alamo Draft House, actually, hilariously enough. It was a whole event. It really felt like like communal thing because everybody had stuck with the show for so long. You know what I mean? I'm looking at you guys' calendar of this year for like the screen and socials, and like you guys got some heaters. Like there is some stuff right here where I'm just like, I told Ariel, I'm like, I wonder if we sneak to at Draft House St. Louis just to go to one of these.
Hey,
That's not like one of the ones where I'm gonna need to be somewhere for a podcast.
right. I would say if you do come, I'd make it worth your while for sure. You know, we're plugged right in. And if you wanted to work, I could, you know, we could work a little bit, but if you just, we definitely have fun while you're here and just have some
Oh
fun.
yeah.
And
I mean, I told Andy, I was like, that's one of my goals. I'm like, I want to get out here and go to one of these with you guys. Cause like it feels so nice to like actually have a community going to these events and watching these movies together, and everybody's there to just like have a good time. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yep.
I enjoy a critic screening, but we're all old and crotchety, and there's
Usually
just
late at night, or if it's like an early screening, it's work, you know.
yeah, right. I'm like, this is an industry event instead
Like,
of it just
give
being
us your
fun.
take 10 times. And I'm like,
Right. Legitimately. Like people like, well, what did you think? What do you and you don't really get to experience it in like the same ways. Like we were sad, I think it was last year Comic-Con. We didn't get to see Fantastic Four until like 2 days or whatever after it came out. And I'm like, imagine having been in this theater on the night of. Like this bad boy was still full. Don't get it twisted. It's Comic-Con weekend in San Diego. There's a bunch of nerds who still haven't seen it, who or maybe want to see it again. But I'm like, if we had been here like the night of, man, this would have been dope. I would have been really excited to be amongst all like the people. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this now. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm just
figure it out. And we got a Comic-Con here in the last weekend in April. It's Two Rivers Comic-Con. We're big sponsors of, and if you got and then like any of the movies, like obviously those are like a lot of them are like we do it on like the Saturday, usually the opening weekend, or the a week later, but usually like right there. So probably tough for you guys, like maybe in the thick of your busiest. But I mean, I'll get creative and we'll remote you in or something. But if you come to St. Louis, I mean, you're coming in the studio at least once. You know, we'll get you down here in the basement and then do some St. Louis stuff, and we'll come out and see you in LA too, because obviously there's an endless amount of things to be doing out in LA. And
I was gonna ask you guys about like D23 / like Star Wars Celebration next year. That's gonna be a time.
What's the you know the month or date yet?
Star Wars Celebration is usually during the summertime, so it's usually around May or June.
Talking 2027.
Yeah, 2027. It's the 50th anniversary of Star Wars.
I mean, whenever there's a date I can work backwards from, I make magic. I make magic happen.
Jamie was so happy when they said, "Oh yeah, by the way, the next one's in LA and it's the 50th anniversary." She's like, "Oh my god, we don't even have to leave. Like we can just stay here. All we gotta do is get passes here." And I'm like, "It's gonna be." I'm like, we should make it a goal trying to do a live from somewhere near wherever this is gonna be, because you're gonna have everybody energized. And not to get too like ridiculous, I know you have like stuff written down or whatever. Did you happen to hear us joke around about like them? So there was a news story from Deadline that they're re-theming Galaxy's Edge back to the original trilogy rather than the sequel trilogy era.
I hadn't heard that.
It's so I'm like, interesting, but everybody's like, oh well, that's because blah 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 the sequels. I'm like, no, baby, you got to follow the money. Yeah, I had a theory. I'm like, I think because D23 is this, it's this summer, late summer, and they have this extra space they've gotten in Anaheim to expand the parks. I would not be surprised if Josh Giamaro, who's the head of parks over there, strolls onto that stage at Anaheim and is like, brand new Star Wars ride, brand new Star Wars e-ticket, set in the original trilogy, opening 27 or 28, and everyone loses their minds because, like you just said, logos on a screen. Everybody loses their stuff.
And it's the OG. It's oh geez. Oh man. Okay. I mean, even the nerd in me sounds pretty cool, but like you said, it's just follow the money.
Follow money.
You'll figure out
it's not anything
what the
like
plan
that.
is. I know.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's money ruins a lot of these movies too sometimes. It gets too it
Yeah.
becomes too much about that money, and, I wanna be respectful of your time. I said I keep you at an hour. I'm okay. If you got a few more minutes, we can do like a
Yeah, let me just stay on to like wrap up
please.
and go through whatever else you got. Absolutely. I'm having a good time.
I was say, what do you got? What else is on your list? Did you have anything in your back pocket you wanted to come in here and talk about yourself?
Oh man. I'm thinking about doing some, more coverage here as we go into the springtime over on How Watch Free TV. Like Tubi and Roku Channel have a lot of stuff coming out. So we've been working with those places, try and see if you get any coverage, because I guess 2 years ago, Tubi movies barely had like press days or premieres or anything of the sort, right? They were just like, they would come out and people would watch them, and then everyone would look at the numbers and be like, what the heck, there's so many people watching this, who's watching this stuff? And now there's more press days and stuff, so we'll be doing some coverage for a couple of the originals here to start out the spring. Hopefully, broaden it out a little bit. Of course, I'm about to say shout out to the people over there at the Old Mouse. I keep getting Disney Junior and younger audiences stuff, which is nice. And of course, working with B and Jenna and stuff. Like if you love Marvel or like if you love DC, Brandon be getting these interviews with these creatives that make the stuff you love. Like he is literally today on the Patreon, and I think by the end of the week on YouTube. I mean, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Ben Kingsley, full conversations longer than 15 minutes. And like if you've ever wanted to hear like the ins and outs of like, hey, we're making this thing and how it works or whatever, B's podcast, definitely something to check out. Jenna, of course, every time you need to know where or a character comes from or what motivates certain changes or what's interesting about a certain thing, like I would say like James Gunn, St. Louis stand up, watches Jenna's channel.
Yeah,
uh like
he's giving her some love.
giving her some love. So go watch some comics. And then, of course, Jamie's over there doing stuff with Slayer 98 and Love the Time of Hydra. She just had Charlie Ridgely on to talk about Agent Carter. And that was like super fun to listen to. I can't believe it's been like a decade and plus since that was on
And
TV too. I'm like,
she had
if
Liz
you're as old as
on
I
too.
am, which I think you are, we were like the same age. Like that era of superhero television is so different than where we are now.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a whole different thing. It was like different vibe and fun too. Like, it was like, okay, we got a whole different chapter here. That's how it felt. I go back and rewatch just for Jamie's podcast essentially. And again, she's coming on next week, so you can hear more about that. So Agents of Shield fans. No, you're a name in the game talking about all the stuff in the industry. I mean, I think How to Watch Free TV is the ultimate like solution based podcast, which like that's the future right there. Is like, are you solving some problems and helping people navigate, what's going on? And yeah, with those exclusive interviews, like I think it's good to end on like real timing for the timestamp of like when we're talking right now is me and you are going to hang up from here and go watch Wonder Man, who that's dropping on Disney Plus, and you all do have those exclusive interviews. And I already went back and what to watch before Wonder Man. I got my Iron Man 3 down, my Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, and don't forget about All Hail the King, the short that they
Oh,
made.
sure, yeah.
So
Oh my God.
I'm prepped and ready for Wonder Man. I've listened to my Phase Hero podcast, so I'm ready. I'm assuming you already saw it, right? You've already seen it.
We've seen a little bit of it.
A
I
little bit.
want this is being a good spouse where Ariel's coming home. So we're gonna watch all of it together, or at least much as she can before she has to go to sleep and actually have her real job.
Right. All
And
8
then I will
dropping.
wake up. Huh?
All 8 dropping. I mean,
All 8 drop tonight, right? I got a late night ahead of me, Logan. I'm gonna be up, man.
I know, me too. I'm like, I guess I'm just sleeping in tomorrow.
I can't believe, like, also, I mean, it's a fun because like people said like there's not gonna be a buzz, but there is like buzz online because like the reviews and stuff have been so positive and everybody has really enjoyed it. Even people who don't like superhero stuff has really enjoyed it. But 8 episodes in one night is ask. It is an ask. Like
It makes me
is
happy.
like
This is what I want. I want it all, and we'll talk about it next week. I'm
tomorrow, next
happy.
week.
Or sorry, whatever. Like as soon as we can get together. Honestly, I like a few days in between because like I'll go back and I like to sit with it Like that fresh take, sometimes that fresh take can be harsh because it's like, I don't know. I'm still spinning, you know?
Oh man, what was it 2 years ago when What If season 1 or season 2 came out and they did that drop over the holidays and we were doing reactions to them two every night for like a week, and it was just like, yo man, this is still fun and we're having a good time, but we have been up every night at like 9 p.m. Pacific and 11 for my East Coast or whatever, or Central Time Zone friends, and it's hard to be sitting there like, okay, what's your fresh take after you worked an entire day and then watch this stuff? Like, it would have been nice to have a little bit more breathing room, maybe. But it is fun
It's
too to be able
important.
to just go through all of it.
That's important though. Like it keeps your quality high if you're in a good mood and you're rested and,
Yeah, I think that we forget that. I really do. I feel
maybe
like
if I had any
it really
advice to
affects how you
give,
feel.
I guess
Mhm.
if I was gonna give you any advice, there's your advice. All right, let's end with this. Any
Yes.
advice that you'd share that's been helping you out in your life?
Oh man, let's go with Old Chestnut. I feel like it's appropriate. I've been saying to people lately, or at least the last week and a half or so, to look toward people who help you. You know what I mean? Instead of folks who might be hindrances or they might have just very, combative personality. The people who are really out here trying to help people are people to look towards and to keep around that really try to uplift and help everybody and connect everybody. It's a Mr. Rogersism, but it endures for a reason. You know what I mean? So that would be my thing. It's like looking towards helpers, remember your fellow man. We got out here in the big 26, you know?
And that's all we got is literally each other. You gotta look around and be like, this is it. Like you're here,
This is
I'm
it.
here.
Exactly.
Like it's like there's not like another room, like this is the room.
Wesley is
Um,
not coming to help us, y'all. It's really us.
that's beautiful. I'll also share Mr. Rogers little thing. It's change your shoes when you get home from work into
That
your
might be a good idea.
keep
That's
your home.
good.
You don't those were your outside work shoes. You're home now.
Change it. Leave it outside. Leave it to go. Leave it to rest. It'll
That's
be
right.
back for you tomorrow. You'll bring that in here.
Well, I know we went a little over. Thanks for hanging for a while. And the guys will be here next time. Scotty, Andy, and Sam and Carrie all say hi. I know we got to see them in the chat a little bit. And
Mhm.
please tell Jamie and Jenna and BD hi. And I'm talking to them to get them on. And I'm down for that massive crossover. Let's all link up with the technology and do just get into Doomsday more because there's a whole countdown happening. Like we're just getting started in January. So like we're having fun. I had fun hanging out with you, but just like overall, thanks. Thanks for coming.
No problem, man. No problem. And yeah, we do need to get, like I said, I still want the Megazord reaction slash whatever podcast with everybody on it at the same time. I've joked around with TJ. I'm like, that would be chaos of the best kind.
I
So
I like the
anytime.
I like the Megazord reference. I'm a Power Rangers kid, but Voltron, that's from St. Louis,
Oh,
is
that's true. That's
and
right.
we work
Oh.
closely with the Voltron. I'm trying to make some big things happen, counting down to that Voltron live action movie being coming from St. Louis, and yeah, we could be like a bunch of lions coming together and do a super pod one day.
Super pod, man. And this sword. Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
right. Yeah, gotta have a sword. Scotty has a 3D printer now, so we're all set.
There we go.
All right, Aaron, you have a good night. Tell your wife hi and thank you for your time. And we'll talk to you later on. And have a great night. Enjoy Wonder Man. I can't wait. This will be my first time. I know nothing. I am so pumped. I can't believe we have a Marvel show tonight after like nerding out with you right now. It's perfect. So I'll catch you next time.
Thank you so much, Logan. Have a good